A fight that's really gone under the radar. Not many people have discussed this fight. I spent all day yesterday just watching Marcus Browne fights and Artur Beterbiev fights, so I can give you a good breakdown of this fight. So before we get into the video, like and subscribe. Would be greatly appreciated. So Marcus Browne challenges Artur Beterbiev for the WBC, IBF, and Lineal Light Heavyweight titles. If anyone's going to question the fact, why is Artur Beterbiev lineal? It's very simple, very easy. Artur Beterbiev beat Gvozdyk beat Adonis Stevenson beat Chad Dawson. That's the lineage right there. Chad, if you want me to go into deep, we'll make another video just discussing how every fighter is lineal and discuss each lineal championship. Okay? Now, let's get back to the fact. Marcus Browne, very big guy, 6'1", 75 with a 75-inch reach. Artur Beterbiev, 5'11", 73-inch reach. Artur Beterbiev, he's getting up there in age. I know he only has 16 fights, with all of them coming by KO. Very impressive record. But he's going to go up there in age. Artur Beterbiev right now is 36 years old, turning 37 next month. He's obviously no longer in his prime, at least in my opinion. Maybe some people are going to argue, he's still a prime fighter. Because prime has to do nothing with age. Peak and being out of your peak has nothing to do with age. But still, he is 37 years old, soon to be 37. Marcus Browne, only 31. Much younger, much closer to his peak. Marcus Browne coming off a unanimous decision victory over Denis Grachev. But before that, he lost a technical decision to Jan Pascal. My memory for that fight, for the Jan Pascal fight, was kind of clouded. As I discovered rewatching the fight, I thought Pascal won that fight very clearly, dominated that fight. That's not the case. He won by a point with all three judges by technical decision. And he didn't win a round that didn't have... He won the 2 rounds because of the knockdowns. And I didn't see 3 knockdowns. I thought that the second knockdown that they counted in round 7 was not a knockdown. I didn't see a punch land when he was pushed down, Marcus Browne. So, still, nevertheless, Marcus Browne was dropped twice. Then there was a horrible headbutt landed on the top of the eye, Marcus Browne, where blood was literally pouring down like a fountain. Go rewatch that fight. It was a good fight, very entertaining fight. Marcus Browne, for 90% of that fight, was dominating Jan Pascal, made him look stupid, was beating him better than Dmitry Bivol or Sugar Kovalev were beating him. But both times where he was dropped, he was countered mid-combination. That's one point about Marcus Browne that Artur Beterbiev better be on the lookout for, is he's very open mid-combination. When he keeps his guard close and just jabs, sticks, and move, he's very hard to hit. But when he's throwing combinations, he's very open for a counter. And when he steps back after the combination, he steps back straight lines, not side to side. That's also another point where a guy like Beterbiev could double jab and land the right hand doing that. Beterbiev failed to impress in his last fight. His last fight was against, I think, Denis, the guy that he beat last time. Yeah, Adam Denis, or Denis, I'm not really sure how to spell that, how to pronounce that name. He beat him over 10 rounds, dropped Adam the first round, and then went later on to stop him. He also beat Gvozdyk in the 10th round, dropped him 3 times. And I thought that fight, he was clearly winning that fight, Beterbiev. I was shocked when a lot of people say Gvozdyk was outboxing him. But Gvozdyk was not landing any meaningful shots. It was like, if it was an amateur fight, yeah, you could say Gvozdyk was winning that fight. But in a pro fight, judges care about aggression and punch impact. And the amateurs, judges score the fight over who lands more punches and who has the better form. That's how it is. They don't like any sloppy fighters. They won't give you the round for a sloppy fighter. They want clean punching. That doesn't have to be effective. You could be just pit, pat. It has to be clean, though. That's all they care about. Even when I used to fight amateur, my trainers always told me just touch him up. Which it leads to bad habits. That's why a lot of fighters, especially coming out of the American amateur system, guys like Shakur Stevenson, they don't sit, like, it was the first time we've ever seen Shakur Stevenson sit on his punches was against Jamal Herring, and he looked absolutely phenomenal. Devin Haney, he had to learn how to sound his punches. Because they teach you in the amateur system to not sound your punches. To just touch and move, touch and move. So that's why if Vostik and Beterbiev was an amateur fight, yeah, you could say Vostik was winning that fight. But in a pro fight, no. It's effective punching. That's how the criteria is. Effective punching. Aggression is also counted in. So I don't want to rabble on too much about the Vostik fight. They both haven't looked impressive for a minute now. Beterbiev hasn't looked impressive since 2019 when he beat Vostik. And Marcus Browne has not looked impressive ever since I believe, beat Betujak. Yeah, Betujak also in 2019, in January of 2019. So it's both been a minute since they've looked impressive. So now, I don't want to make this video too long. These prediction videos usually get out of hand and become too long for me. But let me get straight to the point. I think Marcus Browne will have success, but will get caught. He makes too many mistakes. He's a very good fighter, very athletic. Would I be shocked if he wins? Hell no. A lot of people are underestimating Marcus Browne. A lot of people don't rate Marcus Browne. But I got Marcus Browne to this day, as Dan Wilder would say, to this day. To this day, I got Marcus Browne in the top 5. Let me go quickly about my top 10 in the light heavyweight division. Number 1, Beterbiev. Number 2, Bivol. Number 3, Smith. Number 4, Browne. Number 5, Vlasov. Number 6, Yard. Number 7, Zurdo Ramirez. Zurdo Ramirez also fighting on Saturday. Number 8, Aldir Alvarez. Number 9, Jesse Hart. And number 10, Craig Richards. You know what? Before we leave this video, I'm also discuss quickly the Zurdo Ramirez fight. So, I still got Marcus Browne top 5 and currently at number 4. But people are underestimating him. People are completely overlooking him. You know what? Let's look at the odds real quick for this fight. Yeah, as I said, I think Marcus Browne would be maybe up 4 rounds to 1, 5 rounds to 2, and get stopped mid rounds. In my opinion, and that's what I think. I don't think he can keep Beterbiev off him for the full 12 rounds or not make a mistake. Who's the more talented fighter? In my opinion, it is Marcus Browne. He's much more talented. He's much more skilled. He's a much more schooled fighter. But I think Artur Beterbiev just knows how to land his shots better. In my opinion. You know, this fight, I wouldn't even consider an upset if Marcus Browne won. I think it's a close fight. I think it's 55-45, 60-40, Artur Beterbiev's favor. Many people are underrating Marcus Browne because of his loss to Jean Pascal. As I said, all 3 judges, including me, gave it to Jean Pascal by 1 point. 1 point. So let's look at the odds real quick. Wow, Beterbiev is an 11-1 favorite. Wow. You could make some good money if Marcus Browne could pull it off. You guys know I'm going to put some money on Marcus Browne now. Wow, 11-1 favorite? Hell no. Hell no, I don't say it that way. So, Zurdo Ramirez is going to fight Yunieski Gonzalez on Saturday. Yunieski Gonzalez, he's famous for beating Jean Pascal 8 rounds to 2, but got robbed. Even the HBO telecast that night completely put up a fuss, correctly put up a fuss. They even told Jean Pascal to his face, "You lost that fight. What do you think?" Jean Pascal was making a lot of excuses that night. It was, I believe, July 25, 2015, on the undercard of Sergey Kovalev's second-round knockout win over Najib Mohammadi. Yes, I believe it was that. So Yunieski Gonzalez, that was 6 years ago. I think Yunieski Gonzalez lost the fight to Dmitry Bivol, or was it Vostik by knockout early? Let's just search up his name real quick. But if you guys don't know, Zurdo Ramirez just beat Sullivan Barrera via 3rd-round knockout not too long ago. Yunieski Gonzalez, 21 wins, 3 losses, 17 wins by knockout. 6 foot, 36 years old. He just beat Tommy Carpasi. That's a good win. Before that, he beat Alex Theron. That's a good win. Yeah, he got stopped by Vostik in 3 rounds. Okay. I thought he beat Jean Pascal. He fought Sherbatsky 1 fight later. And Sherbatsky edged out that fight via majority decision. But, you know, he's a good fighter. He is past it a bit, but he's a good fighter. Gilberto Ramirez looked fantastic in his last fight when he stopped Sullivan Barrera in 4 rounds. Looked absolutely fantastic. He also beat Tommy Carpasi not too long ago. Has beaten Jesse Hart twice. So he has good wins on his record. Absolutely schooled Artur Beterbiev. He beat Maxim Vlasov by wide points. I thought he won every round. I know the judges have it close, but watching that fight live, I thought he won every round against Vlasov. So Zurdo Ramirez has looked great so far in his career, and I think he's going to continue to look great. I think he's going to break down and stop Yunieski Gonzalez by 5th round or 6th round. This fight will put the winner as a mandatory for Dmitry Bivol. I like that fight. I think Zurdo Ramirez versus Dmitry Bivol is a good close fight. And yeah, that's it. Let me know what you guys in the comments below. Give me your thoughts on the Beterbiev versus Marcus Browne fight and the Zurdo Ramirez versus Yunieski Gonzalez fight. Like and subscribe, enjoy the video. And not just if you enjoy the video. In this channel, we're not biased towards any fighter. So I'd greatly appreciate the support. I don't fan any fighter. The other day, someone on Twitter says, "You're always hating on every fighter. Do you like any of them?" I don't know. I'm a fan of the sport. I'm not a fan of another man. I'm a fan of the sport. So I'd greatly appreciate if you guys like to subscribe. Yeah, that's it. Sadiq Boxing out.